Everyone for day 2 of the Kautilya pre-orientation. It's great to see all of you here with us, and today is another exciting day. We have the Geetam Quiz Club with us, who's going to conduct a very special quiz for all of you. I hope at the end of the quiz you're either inspired to join the quiz club or start something of your own, or be at a place where you feel, okay, I've got to read up a lot more. So I hope one of those thoughts keep trickling in at the end of the day. I'd also like to welcome Arka Bhattacharya, who's going to be the quiz master for today, to the session, but I'm going to let Geetam Quiz Club take over and start off. So from the quiz club, we have Ujjwala, Prasad, Kirtan and Shiva. These are all students of Ujjwala, Hyderabad, all of you, or are you from other campuses as well?
I'm from Visakhapatnam.
Okay, Ujjwala is from Visakhapatnam campus. The others are from Hyderabad campus. GQC started off as a special interest group at Geetam last year, and okay, let me not steal their thunder. Let them give the introduction. So, Ujjwala, over to you. All the best, everyone. I hope you've renamed yourself with your team names and your first name. Best of luck. I hope you have a good time today.
So, good afternoon, everyone. I am Ujjwala, President of the Geetam Quiz Club. And on behalf of GQC, it's a pleasure to welcome you all to Geetam. I've been in Geetam for about 3 years now, and I have to say it's a diverse community of some amazingly talented people. So we hope you guys have a great time here, and your time here will be filled with some best university experiences. And to welcome you guys in our GQC way, we've put together a really fun quiz for you. This is our version of KBC, Kaun, Banega, Chanakya. So one more thing before we move on, I request all the players to rename themselves as their team name hyphen their name, their first name. And in case any of your teammates haven't joined yet, please let them know that we'll be starting soon.
So if you can all hear me, I already see some of the teams there, light bulbs I can identify. Is 0 on 6 a team name? 0 out of 6, is that your name? Okay, so I'd like to know from the team, someone, what your names stand for and why. That should be an interesting few minutes. But I see a lot of people who don't have teams, so they can be audience if they choose. I mean, they could be in the flow. If they haven't already put their names in, then we'll come to you as an audience thing. Okay, but if you are part of a team, and I know there's Satta Pe Satta, there's Quizzobots, there's a few others, Supersonic Tortoises, that's an interesting one. So just put your team name and then the first one. Okay. Yeah, Ujjwala, back to you.
All right. I'll take a quick moment to talk about GQC. So Geetam Quiz Club, we started out as a student interest group last August. We're celebrating our first anniversary this month. And ever since we started out, we've been on a roll. We've organized some great events. We've learned a lot. We've had a lot of fun. This July, we were officially recognized by the as a student club by the Directorate of Student Life. About GQC, if you're somebody who loves the thrill of getting correct answers quickly, we'd love to see you guys at our events. And if you're somebody who's looking for a community to share your obscure knowledge with, we'd love to have you on our team. We've added our social media handles at the end of the quiz, and we are planning on recruitments in the coming months. So I hope that I get to see you guys again. Now I'll introduce our quizmaster for today, which is Mr. Arka Bhattacharya. Arka sir is the Director of External Relations at Geetam University. He's an engineering graduate from the College of Engineering, Pune, and an MBA graduate from the Indian Institute of Foreign Trade, Delhi. He's been an avid quizzer since his college days, and he's won a lot of national and international level quizzes and debates. Not only is he a great quizzer, sir is also an incredible mentor. We've had a lot of fun putting this quiz together under his guidance. And with that, I'll hand it over to Arka sir now.
Okay, thanks a ton, Ujjwala. Great fun to be with you all. So all future potential Chanakyas in the house, Give yourselves a round of applause, I guess, or at least a show of hands, and we'll get started. What are the 6 team names again, Ujjwala? If I could just have the names in sequence. So I'll explain the rules to them while you're getting that sorted for me.
So first we have Supersonic Tortoises. Their team
So
number
Supersonic
1.
Tortoises, you are the first team. Just remember that you're team number 1, and we'll start off the quiz with you. Okay. So since you guys are already mentioned that you're up to speed, so we'll begin with the Supersonic guys here. Okay. Team 2.
Team 2 is Satya Pe Satta.
Always, right? So they are the first responders in that sense. So Satya Pe Satta, team 2, you guys are next in the cycle. Okay. Team 3.
Team 3 is Light Bulbs.
Light bulbs. Okay. Okay. They'll have their ideas in place. Okay. Right.
And
Team 4.
next we have Kautilya Spalton.
Awesome. So Kautilya Spalton, you guys are team number 4. Just remember that. All right. Team 5.
Team 5 is Quizobots.
Quizobots. Team 5. And obviously, does that mean that the last team is 0 on 6?
Yes, sir. That's the last one.
Okay, super. So this is the sequence. Team 1, Supersonic Tortoises. Team 2, Satya Pe Satta. Team 3, Light Bulbs. Team 4, Kautilya Spalton. Team 5, Quizobots. And Team 6, 0 on 6. So I'm curious about some of the names. So let's just hear from the teams. Can we also have someone who will, for the moment, act as a spokesperson? Format for the quiz is, we'll mute everyone and then we will open it up for the teams. So before we move to the opener question, Ujjwala, can I request that you unmute Supersonic Tortoises?
Yes, sir. I'll do that.
Right. So Supersonic Tortoises, who's going to just give a quick introduction of why the name and, how confident are you that you're going to win? What's the idea? Any serious quizzers here? Just raise your hands if you are into quizzing. Although we've tried to keep it general, not that the questions are very, like I told you, the questions are a bit tough, but the answers are easy. It may be a bit easy for, those of you who are proficient quizzers and all that. So if you just raise your hands, then we'll know that you're the serious quizzers. And Ujjwala and team will keep an eye out so that they can involve you in future quizzes as well. So I'm not seeing any hands. So, Ritu Parn, is that right? Okay, we'll come to you. We'll hear from you, Ritu. Yeah. So, Supersonic Tortoises. Anyone?
Good afternoon, sir. Hello, guys. So I am Habib, and just to talk about the name of a team. Actually, the credit goes to Mrinal, who has suggested the name of a team, and the story behind maybe choosing the name Supersonic Tortoises is that tortoises are small animals which but which are persistent towards their goal, right? And as we are all aware about the story of the tortoise and the hare, so which goes on to win. So we are like tortoises who as individuals are persistent towards our goals and maybe look forward for change.
Great. Team Satya Pe Satta.
One more thing that I guess Shankar sir's name is misplaced. I don't know if team 2 Satya Pe Satta has Shankar sir in their team. I don't know. Can we just
as per our list, he is in their team. So if he's here, he can just be on the thing. We'll correct.
Because we have Shankar sir in our team too. So we are
he's a popular person. Okay. There are 2 Shankars apparently.
Okay. Then it is fine.
Okay. Right. Okay. Next team, Satya Pe Satta. Quick. Take a quick.
Hi, I'm Tanushka, and
Tanushka.
So we were supposed to gather like 8 people and we were only able to gather 7 people. So Aloy suggested the name Satya Pe Satta basically. And I can see Shankar and Anurag both are not here. So we are basically left with 5 people.
So Satya Pe Panja is a more appropriate name, but we'll go with that for the moment. All the best. I think 5 is good enough. I think 5 is a world beating team. Don't worry about that.
Thank you so much, sir.
Okay. Team Light Bulbs.
Hello, sir. My name is Ritupan. Sir, our team name is Light Bulbs. Light bulbs mean, in my sense, a person having a viewpoint on everything happening in the country. A person who is well versed with the current happenings of the country, and that is sir.
Okay, super. And you've done some quizzing before. So light bulbs are the early, the form favorites, so to speak. Okay. So
yes, sir.
So a little bit of pressure on you. You have to win this, right?
Oh.
You and your team, you guys have to come first, right?
Sure,
so
sure.
Little bit of pressure. Let's just build it up for them. Okay, let's hear from the next one. Kautilya's Pulp. These guys are the home favorites. At least the name has been chosen so that they get the crowd sympathy. Yeah. Let's hear from
Hi,
them.
sir. Hi, everyone. So the credits goes to Mayank in naming our team. So Kautilya's Paltan just means that we are the army, we are the soldiers of Kautilya, and we eagerly want to win this battle of quiz.
So you're also emotionally taking the home team plank with your name. Well played. Okay.
Yes.
All right. They're the crowd favorites. Okay. Team 5. Team 5 also, at least from their name, seems to be in the zone that Ritupan and gang are. You guys seem to be serious quizzers. Let's hear from Team Quizzobots. Kaushik.
Sir, I am Kaushik and we are Quizzobots. And the credit goes to Aniket. He suggested the name.
Awesome.
I don't know. I should ask him why he suggested that name.
So yeah, where's Aniket? Let's hear from Aniket also quickly.
Just to make sure that we are not serious quizzers, that's why we suggested this name. We are just bots. We will just process whatever question comes and we'll answer accordingly.
Okay, awesome.
One more thing, our teammate Vinaya, she has one thing to say, like we are playing for the sake of playing, not for winning. That's why and our name also says
so in all Olympic spirit, like the Baron said, it's all about participating, not about winning.
Yes, we are seeking to have fun.
Okay, fine. All right, good. All right, team 0 and 6. Who wants to explain that?
So from the name itself, you can see how serious we are about this game. So yesterday, while we were discussing a mutual theme and concern that was among us, that we were supposed to do 6 mandatory course, and this was a mutual theme. So I think we all decided to go for this.
Okay, great. So a little bit of the high path, the road to Everest, and the tough climb ahead of you creeping in on day 1. Good to see that. Okay, it's all building up. Lots of emotions in this. I think we'll begin with the first question, but not really the first question. This is just to get a sense of the hang. This question randomly will go to the home team, so to say, Kautilya's Paltan. Okay, we'll start with you guys. It's a direct for you, but before that, let's have the next slide, which will give the quiz rules. Okay, so the format of this is a format known as infinite bounds. I don't know if you all are familiar with it, but this is a quiz format where there is no 10 points for direct question, 5 points for pass. That's not the format. Anybody who answers the question correctly will get 10 points. Okay, so every question, correct answer carries 10 points. As a quiz master, when I'm receiving part answers from teams and all, I'll try and keep the reactions non-committal. Even if I say come back to you and all, it doesn't mean you're anywhere close to the answer. Or it may be that you're just almost there at the answer. I'll hear the others. If I don't hear anything better than you, then I'll come back and give you 10 points when it's appropriate. Okay. But the team that answers the question, as per me, my discretion, will get 10 points. And the format of the infinite bounces, it starts with team 1. In our cycle, we are going with Supersonics as team 1 and 0 and 6 as team 6, right? So we will go in this cycle. First question to team 1. But the second question will go to whoever answers the first question, it will go to the next team in cycle. In other words, suppose I give a direct question and open the quiz by throwing one at Supersonic Tortoises. They give an answer, I'm not happy, I move to Satya Pe Satta. They give an answer, I'm not happy, I go to Light Bulbs, Ritupan and team crack it. They get the exact answer right. Then question 2 will go to Kautilya's Paltan. Is that clear? And because the first 3 have had their shot, now Kautilya will get the next direct question. After Kautilya this gets the question, they answer, they don't get it. It moves to Quizobots, they don't get it. 0 on 6, they don't get it. It goes all the way around, comes back to Kautilya's, but no one's answered it. We'll open it up to the audience. Anyone else wants to have a try, we'll give it to them. Otherwise, the quizmaster takes points by giving the answer. And then, because no one got it, the next question, if in case no one gets it, will go to team 5, which is Quizobots. And this is the way in which we will progress. Okay. We have 20 questions on the quiz. 10 will go in this sequence, 1 to 6. We'll follow that and go for 10 questions. At the end of question 10, we'll just take stock of what the scores are at, reverse directions, and go in the reverse order. So we'll go 6, 5, 4, 2, 1. Okay. So we'll circle forward for 10 questions and back again for 10 questions. And at the end of 20 questions, we'll have our results and the winner. It's all about fun. So as I said, each correct answer carries 10 questions. Part points or any points for funny answers, funny guesses, good attempts at Quizmaster's discretion. And my decisions will be final. Don't be evil. In other words, this is for fun, nothing competitive about it. Don't be so competitive that you're Googling away and get cracking all answers. It's not such a serious quiz, at least not on day 1 of your program. And I think I think team 0 and 6 signed off on the right note, as did some of the other teams. It's all about having fun. All right, I've got a raised hand from Trilok. Can we unmute? Yes, go for it. Tell me.
Sir, so we have to discuss the answer among ourselves, right?
Yes.
And then come up with one single one. So there'll be one person from each.
So can Ujjwala, can you
answer.
go back to the previous one on the team slide? I know that initially I'll stick with the first names here for the moment. First round, can I have Habib from Supersonics, Tanushka, Ritupan, Trilok, Kaushik, and Snigdha, or Therese? I don't know, whatever is convenient. One of you acting as spokespersons from 0 and 6. Who's going to be the spokesperson for the moment?
Therese.
Therese. Okay, fine. Okay. Does that answer your question, Trilok? What was your query?
Yes, yes.
So Supersonic Tortoises, this is your direct question. Okay. So if in 1983, a proposal for this ban, I hope the questions are visible to everyone, guys. And if you can hear me, or if there's any issues, just raise your hands and I'll come to you if you want to speak in between. Okay. So direct question for Supersonic Tortoises: in 83, a proposal for this ban was brought by the Minister for National Development. It was argued that something was causing maintenance problems in high-rise public housing apartments. Okay. In 87, when the largest public project ever implemented in this country went live, which is their $5 billion local railway system, the MRT, again, it was reported that vandals were doing something on the door sensors of MRT trains, preventing doors from functioning properly, causing disruption to train services. And these were, costly incidents. I mean, minor infractions, but costly incidents, and very difficult to catch who the culprits were, etc., etc. So since 1992, a very bizarre policy has been in place. Okay. What are we talking about? What's the funda? Okay. I'll just repeat the question quickly, and then Supersonic Tortoises, I'll be coming to you for an answer. So in 83, a proposal for this ban was brought, arguing that something was causing maintenance problems in high-rise buildings. In 87, when the MRT went live, again, the complaint was that vandals were doing something that was, basically creating problems on the door of MRT trains, preventing them from functioning, and basically generally causing a lot of, nuisance. And so since 1992, there's been this policy in place. So Trilok has a hand raised. You're not giving the answer. Huh? You have a question or a query, I'm assuming. Yeah, unmute Trilok. If you have an answer, then don't go for it. Yeah, yeah. Go.
Sir,
yeah,
are the answers?
It's Supersonic's thing. I'll come to you, but quickly, Trilok. You have a question. You have a query?
No. Sorry, I was about to answer.
Error. Okay, so Supersonic Tortoises, go for it. I'm waiting for an answer.
Sir, I was just wondering if the answer for both questions are the same.
I'm looking for one answer. The blanks are just to not reveal too much.
Acha, high-rise public building housing apartments parking. It was argued that parking is causing a maintenance problem.
So what's the answer?
it was argued that parking was causing maintenance problems.
The question is the last line there. What's the bizarre policy we're talking about? Quick, I need an answer. Take a guess.
No idea.
No idea. So that's a pass. Don't pass. Take a guess. Always profitable. You never know when that's the right answer. I'll move to team Satte Pe Satta. Best team Satte Pe Satta. I need a quick answer. Do we have an answer?
Black.
Yeah, Aloy.
Oh, sorry, I don't have an answer.
You don't. Oh, so anyone from team Satte Pe Satta? Otherwise, I'll move on to the next team.
No, sir.
Yeah, Tanushka. No guess
sir.
also? Take
No,
a guess.
sir.
Policy on rats.
Yeah, come on. Yeah, Rosen.
Some policy on rats.
Policy on?
Rats.
On rats. Okay, fine. Next team, light bulbs.
Sir, Singapore government banned chewing gums there. The people
Banned chewing gums.
Yes, sir.
Singapore government banned chewing gums.
Chewing
It
gums,
was
yeah.
argued that sticking chewing gums cause maintenance problems
Yeah,
in high-rise
yeah.
public housing.
Yeah.
And then this was the largest project implemented in Singapore. And it
Yes,
was
sir.
reported that vandals were sticking chewing gums on the door sensors.
On the doors of the
And that's a lovely
trains, yeah.
crack. So to the scorers, we are opening the first quiz with 10 points. Can we have the reveal? That is the right answer, Ujjwala. This is indeed the chewing gum ban in Singapore. And it's a good opener because in 1983, Ujjwala, can you go back to the question? In 83, the first proposal for this ban was taken to Lee Kuan Yew, who's considered, in many places, the father of public policy and
Yes,
the
sir.
guy behind Singapore. There's a Lee Kuan Yew School of Public Policy, if I'm not
Yes, sir.
mistaken, at
National
NUS.
University
And
of
more
Singapore.
importantly, in 1983, he dismissed it, saying that he was always a fan for a public policy solution to small things. But
Yes,
he thought that this was a bit excess. Nevertheless, by 1992, this was actually policy, and it's one of the bizarre things in Singapore that still exists.
Yes, sir.
So this is a good crack, team light bulbs. So 10 points to team light bulbs. And the next question, obviously, a direct for team 4, Kautilya's Spaltan. All right. So India was considered the only source of this till the 18th century. Okay. So till the 1700s, India was considered the only source of this. Around this time, as a source, it was depleting. So the search for other sources was on, and another source was discovered in Brazil, but the quality was not quite as good as India. So the search still continued until somewhere in the mid 19th century, somewhere in the 1850s, 60s, one, then two, and then 3 or 4 very large sources were found in Africa. Okay. And then the action shifted to Africa, so much so that, this commodity was so well sourced that by the end of World War I, it had almost lost half of its value in the global market. Okay. But it still remains a fact that a region close to Kautilya School, where you guys are going to be spending the next, is it 2 years, 3 years? What's your program? How long is your program? 2 years? So yeah, so a region close to Kautilya School, it says was, but it still is, so to speak, a source of some of the finest specimens of this globally. What are we talking about? Okay. I'll quickly run through the questions for everyone, but then I'll expect a quick answer from Team Kautilya. Okay. Kautilya's Spaltan. So India considered the only source till the 18th century. Then we discovered a source in Brazil, but by mid-19th, the action had shifted to Africa, and a region close to Kautilya was the best source of this in the world. What are we talking about? Okay. So yeah. Can we have an answer from Team Kautilya?
My team says it's diamond.
Your team says it's diamonds.
Yeah.
And your team is right. Okay. It is absolutely diamonds. Good crack. Okay. Wait, before we reveal the region close to Kautilya, anyone wants to, you want to go further and give me a more specific answer? What are we talking about?
Golconda diamonds.
Absolutely. That's well cracked, Team Kautilya, and yeah, good input. Priyam, you have an input. Is that what you want?
Yeah, sir. Same.
Same.
Golconda. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Kohinoor.
Yes.
Kohinoor diamond is from Golconda only.
Guys, you guys know your diamond and your precious commodities absolutely on point. It is diamonds. And of course, you know, the some of the most famous diamonds in the world, the Kohinoor, the Hope diamond, the Darya. In fact, if you find a flawless diamond anywhere in the world, chances are it is going to be a Golconda diamond. Okay, so that's how it is. And then of course, now you have the De Beers mines in many parts of Africa, especially South Africa, where some, you know, pretty good quality diamonds come. But these are legendary diamonds. And so 10 points to Team Kautilya. All right. So the next question is a direct to Quizobots. Ready, guys? Okay. Yeah, this is a very short, simple, easy, nice question. So during the summer of 1998, okay, by the way, guys, I think the openers are a little bit easy, but it'll get a little bit tougher and easier along the way. There's a mix of subjects. I hope you guys don't crack everything and make us look silly. I hope you're enjoying the quiz also. But if it gets a bit tough and we go around and we don't have the answer, I can add clues if all teams agree. The moment a team says, no, we don't want any further clues, we wait until their turn comes around. If they get it wrong, and then we go around, and then at my discretion, I'll add clues. But I'll only add additional clues if all teams are okay with it. Is that fair enough? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So this is a direct quiz about. So during the summer of 98, in the sweltering heat of Rajasthan, two major generals, Prithviraj and Nataraj, were often seen ferried to and fro by other military officers. A simple question. Basis what we just said, identify these major generals. Want me to repeat the question? During the summer of 1998, in the sweltering heat of Rajasthan, two major generals, Prithviraj and Nataraj, were often seen ferried to and fro by other military officers. Identify the military generals. Okay.
I think the two major generals are Kalam and R. Chidambaram. Okay, awesome. That's a total crack by Quizobots. That is indeed exactly the answer I was looking for. This is Operation Shakti in Pokhran. This is during the second nuclear test that India was conducting. And if we can go to the answer slide, Ujjwala. Absolutely looking for APJ Abdul Kalam, who was Major General Prithviraj, and R. Chidambaram, who was Major General Nataraj. And these were their code names as they were, you know, ferried to and fro from the test site to their lodgings during May 1998 when these tests were conducted. So give a round of applause to Quizobots. They have their 10 points as well. And the next question goes to Team 6. So 0 on 6. Time for you guys to crack this one. Okay. So the Chipko Andolan was a non-violent forest conservation movement that began in 73, went on to become a rallying point. But the Chipko Andolan itself was inspired historically by protests like this, by this community. Back in 1730, over 360 members of this community sacrificed their lives to prevent the felling of trees. Simple question. What community are we talking about? Okay. Chipko Andolan began in 73, but inspired by this movement, which dates back to historical records of a protest in 1730 when almost 360 members of this community, you know, sacrificed their lives to prevent the felling of trees. So what's the name of this community? And
Bishnoi community led by Amrita Devi.
Absolutely right. So that's a crack, Ujjwala. Let's see the answers. This is indeed the Bishnoi or the Prahlad Panthi community in the western, in Rajasthan, around Rajasthan, Gujarat area. And led by Amrita Devi Bishnoi, which is an absolutely the right context placed. And they were also in news more recently. Do you guys, why were they more recently in the news? Closer to our times. There was another hunting incident, not
The
just
black
trees.
buck case. The black buck case.
That's absolutely right, Shankar. So when Salman Khan, Saif Ali and all were hunting, it was this community that had actually, decided that they will take the case, and it became a big issue because
they could not be bought off, silenced, or they wouldn't back down. For them, it was beyond just a minor infraction. It was something serious. They took it very, very seriously. I mean, if you're willing to give up your life for trees, you know that it's a community that really values their ecology and their lifestyle, and that's something serious. Okay, so that's 10 points to 0 of 6, and so far you guys are cracking the questions left, right, and center. And next question, back to team Supersonic Tortoises. All right, question 5. So this worldwide economic downturn lasted until 39. It began on this day known as dash dash. I'm looking specifically for this.
Great Depression.
Okay? Hold on.
Yeah.
I'm looking specifically for this two-word term. After the stock market crash of 29, which sent 5 days later, some 16 million shares were traded. After another wave of panic swept Wall Street, millions of shares ended up worthless. Fill in the blank. Right. So Supersonic Tortoises. You have an answer for me. What was it?
So, Great Depression.
Yeah, Great Depression. Great answer, but not good enough to get you points. Hold on. I'm going to pass it to Satya Pe Satta.
Black Tuesday.
Black Tuesday. I'll pass you to team 3, light bulbs.
Sir, the bubble crash.
Bubble crash. Okay, I'll move to Kautilya's Paltan.
Sir, it's Black Monday.
Black Monday. I'll move it to Quizobots. Quizobots, quickly. Quick.
Black Thursday.
Black Thursday will get you 10 points on this one. Okay, so give it a round of applause for everyone. Close, guys. Supersonic, you got it right, but I think you sparked off the rest of the answers. Okay, so
Yes.
yeah, Ujjwala,
It was
can
an
we have the
easy one,
reveal
sir.
slide?
Yeah.
Black Tuesday, Black Monday, Black everything. But finally, this is exactly what I was looking for. Black Thursday is what kicked off the Great Depression.
Yeah.
10 years of total economic madness in the US ended in 1939 and probably in 42 with the coming of Franklin Delano Roosevelt, and the New Deal is when things started going back on the right track, and then boom, you had World War II. So life is full of wonderful, delicious uncertainties all the way around. We're in the midst of the first 2 years of what seems to be another similar beyond Black Thursday like event, at least on the economic front for India. Everyone's talking about what will happen post-COVID. I hope it doesn't take 10 years to get out of it, but we've had 1.5 years of absolute, a negative run on the economy. So possibly relevant from that place. All right. So I think, was it 10 points to team 5, Quizobots? So obviously the next question is a direct question to 0 on 6. Okay. So question 6, going back to 0 on 6. Here you go. Long question, not so long an answer. Okay, fairly workoutable. This is a delicious question. British American merchant, best remembered as the primary benefactor of the prestigious Dash University, which was named in his honor, served as governor of Dash, a city with the oldest municipal corporation in the world outside of UK. Okay. No other city anywhere in the world has a municipal corporation as old as this. In fact, established in 1688. And the corporation was formed to keep this person's powers as governor in check. Identify the city or the person, you'll get full points. Okay. But yeah, direct question to team 0 of 6. Go for it. Do you want some more clues, or want me to repeat the question once, give you a little bit of thinking time, and then I'll come to you.
It's
you have an answer for me?
Is it Yale?
Is it Yale? Are you asking me or are you telling me? What's your answer?
Yale.
Yale. And the city?
Connecticut.
Madras.
Madras will get you 10 points. You had 10 points at Yale already. So this is Elihu Yale, who was the governor. Ujjwala, the reveal slide, please. Yeah, that's the iconic Ripon building. the corporation of Chennai is actually the oldest corporation in India. In fact, it's the second oldest. I don't know if it's the second oldest corporation in the world, but definitely no corporation outside of the UK is older than the corporation of Chennai. Okay, and yeah, I mean, it was the corporation of Chennai was formed before Calcutta and Bombay were, and Calcutta's been, I think, around for, it's been close to 300 plus years for sure. Bombay will celebrate 300 years, but the oldest is Chennai. So 10 points to team 6. Scorers, I know it's not 10 questions yet, but can we just a quick check on where the scores stand? Has everyone got a point? Ujjwala?
Just a second, sir. Let me check in with the scorers.
Okay, so just we'll give you guys a score update maybe after the next question. Okay, shall we move on? Ujjwala, next question, and this one is a direct to again supersonic tortoises. Okay, here we go. So this debate concerned the nature and role of a particular type of goods and was a critique of the neoclassical vision of aggregate production and distribution. Okay, so we're in economics territory. The debate was largely between economists such as Joan Robinson and Piero Sraffa at the University of Dash. Okay, and economists such as Paul Samuelson and Robert Solow at the MIT. Okay, one side, which is the University of Dash side, was labeled as post-Keynesian or post-Keynesian, I don't know how you pronounce it, potato, take your pick. I don't want to, get into that debate. But post-Keynesian, while some called it neo-Ricardian, but the Massachusetts side was labeled as neoclassical. Okay, you can give me the first blank, the second blank, or just tell me what the debate was called. Okay, so that's the question for supersonic tortoises. The question is clear. Let me just repeat it. Debate concerned the nature and role of type of goods, was a critique of the neoclassical vision of aggregate production and distribution. Debate was largely between economists such as Joan Robinson and Piero Sraffa at the University of Dash, and economists such as Paul Samuelson and Robert Solow at the MIT. So one side was called post-Keynesian, some called it neo-Ricardian. The MIT side was labeled as neoclassical. What debate are we talking about? What's the controversy that we are referencing? Okay, I need an answer from supersonic tortoises. Yeah,
so,
tell me.
The role of state.
Role of state, and what was that's the debate? The role of state.
State goods, yeah, role of state goods.
Role of state goods. Okay, fine. We have an answer from supersonic tortoises. I'll pass it.
Sir,
yes.
University of Cambridge Cambridge.
Okay, got you. Fine. I'll move to the next team, Team Satte Pe Satta.
University of Chicago.
So
University
Cambridge Capital Controversy. University of Cambridge.
Role of capital.
I'll come back. Okay, I got
Satte
two
Pe
answers
Satta.
from Satte Pe Satta. I'll come back to Team Satte Pe Satta if I don't get a better answer elsewhere. Yeah. We'll move to Team Light Bulbs. Yeah, I need an answer quick. Team Light Bulbs. Now you can't take time. Now you cannot be tube lights. You have to be light bulbs. Quick con. It's passing to you. Do I have an answer, Team Light Bulbs? I'll pass it. Kautilya Spalton.
Yeah, so
light bulbs. Light bulbs are suddenly waking up. Yes.
Yeah, so it's Cambridge controversy, I guess.
Cambridge controversy.
Cambridge Capital Controversy.
Okay, it's a guess. Okay. I'm going to give 10 points to both Satte Pe Satta and the light bulbs. And just a caution that, I'll go with the first answer I hear. Okay. So be careful about what you're saying. But scorers, please note, I'm Ujjwala and scorers, please note, I'll give 10 points to Team Light Bulbs and also to Team Satte Pe Satta. Okay. They got it. Ujjwala, can we move to the next slide?
So the role.
This is indeed the Cambridge Capital Controversy. Also, the debate was called the Two Cambridges debate. Okay, it was about capital goods, and obviously two Cambridges because MIT is based out of Cambridge in Massachusetts, and the University of Cambridge was the other side of the debate. Okay, so well cracked, guys. I thought this wouldn't be cracked, but I think well figured out by team Satte Pe Satta. And I think even Supersonic Tortoises, you jumped the gun. You should have just, let it stew for a little bit. It might have come to you. You had the second. You had the second blank, but
sir, I said Cambridge, but
I was looking for something a little bit more than that, and I think the other teams got it bang on point. Okay, so multiple points for the day. I'll not be so liberal with them. By the way, team Satte Pe Satta, definitely you wouldn't get 10 points normally because the first answer will be taken. Okay, so just be careful on that going forward. So since light bulbs get 10 points, this question is now a direct to Kautilya Spaltan again. All right, this is question 8. Here we go. So team Kautilya Spaltan, an LOU is a guarantee by the issuing bank to the receiving bank and companies that it would undertake to pay a certain amount of money on a specific date. At least 2 employees, a deputy manager and a clerk from the Brady House branch in Mumbai of a bank, issued these LOUs without securing cash reserve or collateral and without recording these transactions in the bank's core banking software. What are we referencing? Okay. I'll give you a little while. If you want me, I can repeat it, but I think give you a few seconds to stew on this. The question is right there. An LOU, definition up there for you. 2 employees at a particular bank branch, the Brady House branch in Mumbai, did something. What are we talking about here?
So we're talking about the PNB, Punjab National Bank Nirav Modi controversy.
Absolutely right. Absolutely well figured out. Ujjwala, you can move to the next slide. This is the Punjab National Bank, the scam of around 11,400 crores of fraudulent LOUs issued by the Brady House branch in Mumbai to Nirav Modi and his companies. Okay, so well cracked, Kautilya Spaltan. That's 10 points to you. And the next direct is to Quizobots. But do you guys have any idea who the early leads are? What's going on? Let's just hear an interim score. Ujjwala, can someone help us with the scores?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Kirtana, go ahead. Tell me.
We have Supersonic Tortoises, sorry, who haven't opened their account yet. And we have Satte Pe Satta with 10 points.
Okay.
Light Bulbs with 20 points.
Okay.
Kautilya Spaltan with 20 points.
Okay.
Quizobots with 20 points. And 0 out of 6, 20 points.
Awesome. So this is a very tight race so far. Okay. And if I get my math right, I know there's an extra 10 points floating, but I see C90 and there's 8 questions, which means every question has been cracked out of shape. Now, as a quiz master, I'm getting a little bit nervous. You guys seem to be cracking every question that I'm lobbing at you. So I hope that continues. I'll be fine if 200 points are distributed amongst 4 teams. Supersonic Tortoises and Satte Pe Satta, little bit of catching up to do. Okay. But the others, great going. Question 9 is a direct for, who got the last one? I think this was cracked by Kautilya Spaltan, right? So this one is a direct for Quizobots. Am I right? Okay. Ujjwala, next question. What I will do is probably not give you as much time as I'm giving. You guys are very strong quizzers. I think Rituparna was unnecessarily too honest in the opening. A lot of very serious quizzers or at least very avid information geeks sitting here. Lovely to see. And so the question quickly, guys, is this work of art weighs 3.7 kgs and is stored in a helium-filled case. If everyone's okay, I can tell you where it's stored. It features animations and illustrations by a famous Indian artist, Nandlal Bose, and a team of talented artists from Santiniketan. This quote is by the primary artist when asked by the person who commissioned this work of art how much he wanted as compensation. His quote is, "Not a single penny. By the grace of God, I have all things and I'm quite happy with my life. But I have one reservation, that on," and omitted so that it's not too obvious, "I will write my name. And on the last page, I will write my name along with my grandfather's name." That's all the compensation he wanted. So what is this artwork? What are we talking about? And question 2, quiz awards.
So are we talking about the Indian Constitution?
Are we talking about the Indian Constitution? Give me a little bit more. Give me a little bit more if you can. Just
Can I answer? I'm from
you
the same
can.
team.
Yeah, same team. Wonderful.
Okay.
Go for it. Yes.
So,
Nice.
so the Indian artist Nandalal Bose, he painted on the Indian Constitution. The artwork on the border was done by
Yes.
him.
Yes.
So
Yes.
this is the Indian Constitution.
I'll give it to you. This is, I mean, you had it at Indian Constitution. I'm not looking for anything more fancy than that. Yeah, Priyam from Light Bulbs. Yes, you want
Sir, calligraphy on the Indian Constitution.
superb. I'll give Team Light Bulbs 5 points. Okay, and that was the exact word I was looking from. So Reza and who was the other person from Quiz Awards? Was it Kaushik? You guys have it right. You zoned it. It's the Indian Constitution. It's the original calligraph handwritten version of the Indian Constitution. But I was looking for the word calligraphy, so I'll give 5 points to Team Light Bulbs. Okay, they were next on the scorecard anyway. So yeah, 15 points distributed for this one. We are looking for Prem Bihari Narayan Raizada, whose only stipulation that he be allowed to write his name on every page of the Indian Constitution. And on the last page, he wanted to write his name along with his grandfather Ram Prasad Saksena's name, from whom he learned calligraphy. He comes from a family of calligraphers of many generations. And of course, along with his wonderfully handwritten, he's painstakingly written the entire Constitution. But on the borders, you have art from a huge bevy of very famous artists, led by Nandalal Bose and a lot of very famous students of his from Shantiniketan, many of whom have become, leading lights of art in their own right in subsequent years. So yeah, since I have, so 10 points to whom? Satya pe Satta, am I right? Or
Quizobots.
yeah, 10 points to Quizobots. Oh, and then we skipped 0.6 and went all the way to Light Bulbs on 5. Okay, so I won't give this is a little bit of break of protocol from my side. We'll stick to the sequence. Had we actually passed and come to you, Light Bulbs, possibly the next one would have been to Kautilya Spalton. But I think that would be unfair to 0 of 6 waiting in the wings for the next question. Okay, so we'll stick to the same order and I won't do this anymore, giving points out of turn. Okay, on the hand raise. Okay, so team 0 and 6, we have the last question and then we will reverse. So after this, we'll go back to team 5 again. Okay, so we'll reverse direction after this question, after we roll with this one. I mean, not team 5. Whoever answers this, we will change directions while asking question 11. Fair enough? Team 0 and 6, ready for the next question? Okay, let's have question 10. Very simple question, very simple answer. Military conscription for 2 years is compulsory in this country for all able-bodied men between 18 and 28 years of age. So no relaxation, but when this law was amended recently, members of which army heaved a huge sigh of relief? Question clear? Military conscription for 2 years is compulsory in this country for all able-bodied men between 18 to 28 years of age. But when this law was amended recently, members of which army heaved a huge sigh of relief? Right. Team 0 of 6. Can we have an answer from you? Yeah.
Armenian.
Armenian army. Did I get that right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll pass it to supersonic tortoises. Supersonic tortoises, do you have a guess for me or an answer? Quizobots raising hands.
Israel.
Wait for your turn. Is there a doubt or a query? Yeah, go for it. Supersonic.
1 minute. So 1 minute. So you're asking, I mean, which country heaved a huge relief?
The question is members of which army heaved a huge relief? Yeah, but and I'll expect a quick answer. Okay.
Sir, Israel it is. Yes.
Israel. Okay. Yeah. I'll move it to Satya pe Satta.
South Korea.
Yeah, South Korea. Okay. Is that your answer?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'll move it to light bulbs.
Iran, sir. Members of the
Iran.
Iran army.
Okay. I'll move it to Kautilya Spaltan.
Switzerland.
Switzerland. Moving it to Quizobots. Kaushik, you have something. Yeah. You're on mute.
I'm going with China.
China. Okay. Let's. Was it an original question to 0 of 6?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Great. Finally, a question that that lasted the distance. Okay. If everyone's okay, I can give a clue.
Okay.
Someone here already. Someone has scored part points. Okay, but I'm looking for something more specific than that. Look at the question carefully. All right. Wait, hold on. This was an original direct to 0 of 6. It's gone one entire round where all of you named different countries whose army heaved a huge sigh of relief. Someone already in that flow has scored part points. Okay, I won't reveal who, but I will go around once again. 0 of 6. If you can give me a better answer. Yeah. Yeah. Now I need a quick response. Yeah. 0 of 6.
Pass, sir.
Pass. Next. Supersonic tortoises.
Sir, I'll go for Palestine. Maybe Israel.
Palestine. Yeah. Palestine, Israel related. Pass you to team Satte Pe Satta.
So BTS pop band fandom.
Super. That's the exact answer. I also want to know which was the team that said South Korea. Was it Satte Pe Satta only?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay. So great. You cracked it on the round 2. This is indeed specifically, we are talking about the BTS army. The country reference is South Korea. You would have got 5 points if you didn't give me the more specific answer, but full points to you. Full points to you. You're not missed anything. So Tanushka, no need to get so upset. You absolutely cracked this one. You would have got part points if I didn't get this. But the army I'm talking about is the BTS army in South Korea, where, you know, BTS, the pop group, their lead singer Kim Seok Jin's 28th birthday, as it was on the verge of rolling around, and December 4th is his birthday. On December 1st of that year, as he turns 28, South Korea amends the military rules and gives a 2-year relaxation to allow him to continue with performing and things like that. So that was what I was looking for. This is also colloquially referenced in South Korea as the BTS law. And South Korea, one of the few countries, along with some of you named names like Switzerland. I didn't hear Singapore, but Singapore is another. There are not too many countries that have compulsory military conscription, but definitely Vietnam is one of them, and South Korea another major one that has that, right? So yeah, that's the answer. And that's also halfway parked in the quiz. Ujjwala, I need some guidance. How are we doing on time? Are we doing okay on time?
Yes, sir, we're fine. We can go at this pace.
All right, let's have a look at the scores at this stage.
Kirtana, can you again share the scores?
Yes, supersonic tortoises are still on nil, and Satte Pe Satta with at the end of 10 questions are with 20 points. Light bulbs are with 20 points. Kautilya Spaltan are with 20 points. Quizobots in the lead with 30 points, and 0 out of 6 with 20 points.
Okay, I think I have light bulbs at 25 on my score.
Yeah, we got a 5 extra.
Yes, sir, 25 points.
Great. So yeah, so just to reiterate, I'm just repeating the scores. I have supersonic tortoises yet to open with 0 points. Okay, I think we'll start with you and then go in the reverse order. Okay, so 1, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. That's how it will be. So the next question coming your way. All right, fair enough, guys. But it's a very tight quiz still. Okay, with 10 questions to go and 100 points up for grabs, anybody can win. And at the halfway mark, not much between the teams. Okay, so at 20 points, you have Satte Pe Satta and Kautilya Spaltan, and 0 of 6. At 25, we have light bulbs. And at 30 points, we've got Quizobots. Okay, so Quizobots, congratulations for notching up that early lead. So the next question. We'll reverse cycle. So this is post to supersonic tortoises, but it will pass to 0, 6 and then go in the reverse order of the cycle. Fine. Fair enough. So yeah, next question. Question 11. Direct to supersonic tortoises. This bestseller book was released. So there are several clues here, timelines, the theme, etc. Think about it. And, you know, I'm looking for the name of the book. All right. That's the question asked. Author, book, I'll take. But I'm looking for the specific book. Even author may not get you the full points. Fair enough. This bestseller book was released in 1790s, became the basis for a nation of free individuals protected equally by law. Okay. It demanded public education, pensions, maternity benefits, and full employment. The author of this book was imprisoned in France when he would not support the execution of Louis XVI. What book are we talking about? Okay, I'll repeat. Direct for supersonic tortoises. This bestseller book was released in the 1790s, became the basis for a nation of free individuals protected equally by law. It demanded public education, pensions, maternity benefits, and full employment. The author of this book was imprisoned in France when he would not support the execution of Louis XVI. Name the book.
Sir, Renaissance, right?
Renaissance is the name of the book.
Yeah.
Okay. Pass you to team 0 of 6. 0 of 6. Do I have an answer from you guys?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, go for it. Yeah, what's the answer?
Is it Rouse?
Is it?
The author is Rouse.
And the book? I'll pass you. I'll pass you at this stage. I'll move to
Stealing of the apple. Stealing of the apple.
Stealing of the apple. Okay, not what I'm looking for. I'll move to team Quizobots.
Sir, is it the book called Rights of Man?
By
Paine, Tim Paine. Thomas Paine.
Absolutely. That is the right answer. That is absolutely the right answer that I was looking for. So 10 points to Quizobots. I was expecting a much more famous book to come up, given the general timelines and the red herrings thrown around. I was expecting Wealth of Nations by Adam Smith to come up. But of course, there are enough clues here to differentiate that. This is definitely Rights of Man by Thomas Paine, the book being referenced. So 10 points to Quizobots, maintaining that lead of theirs. And the next one is a direct question to Kautilya's Spaltan. All right. Yeah, in 66, the advertising agency ASP won the branding contract for this company. Their art director decided to create a mascot that would be memorable, easy to draw, and grab every housewife's attention in the country. Right? That was his intention. The brand holds a Guinness record for the longest running ad campaign in the world as it continues to make hand-painted ads focused on current events. Name the brand. This is a direct for Kautilya's Spaltan.
So is it Amul? Okay, it's Amul.
It's Amul. Okay. I think the initial doubt leading to some certainty. Sure of it? Sure of your answer?
Yes, Amul.
Yeah, that's a brilliant crack. This is definitely Amul. And very topical. Neeraj Chopra is the current hoarding that's going live as we speak with the gold. But yeah, they've been around for more than 50 years now. So that's an amazingly long campaign. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Great. So 10 points to Kautilya's Spaltan, catching up with the leaders. And then this is a direct question for team Light Bulbs. So 70 points up for grabs, 7 more questions to go, guys. So here we go. Team Light Bulbs. This strategic dialogue was initiated in 2007 with leaders from 4 nations. Do we already have an answer from Soumya? Okay, so this strategic dialogue was initiated with in 2007 with leaders from 4 nations, sparking off a diplomatic standoff between some of the world's largest naval powers. What is this alliance known as? Why was it in the news recently?
So
Quadrilateral dialogue.
We'll give it to you. I was looking for the quad. Why was it in the news recently?
Sir, quadrilateral quad.
Yeah.
So because So because because Indo-Pacific strategy is in a way, so we are making alliances based on this concept, Indo-Pacific.
Yeah, okay. I'll give it to you. You got the 10 points. So 10 points to Team Light Bulbs, guys. Can we have the answer slide? This is very much in the news. So this is the Quad, which started in 2007, and the basic premise was, the Chinese domination of South China Sea wanted to be, the Japanese wanted to avoid that, and then that led to the Quad eventually, which is, I think, between US, India, Japan, Australia, and China. You have, if not the top 5, definitely the top 7, 8 navies in the world. So some very large navies getting into the action right here, and the two articles and the image and the article that you see on top, this is last week's news. This is just a day or so old. The image on the right is IAC-1, Indian Aircraft Carrier 1, Vikrant, which had sea trials, maybe 4th or 5th of August. Not too far back, guys, 3-4 days back. And this is 7th August, or maybe just day before yesterday, or it's a response 1 or 2 days after that. South China Sea, China begins naval exercises as the US is doing its naval drills there, and before Indian Navy goes there to do some, presence. So there's action happening there. So this is heating up. I don't know if it's good or bad, but yeah. Interestingly, while we were researching for this question, we came across a piece of tidbit that I found pretty amazing. And I came across it at Jane's, so my eyes went wide. There's a reference there in Jane's which says that China is now the world's largest navy, and that blew my mind. And of course, they were referencing. I thought initially they were referencing a Chinese thing, but it's actually a Pentagon report which says that for a particular definition, it's now China which is the largest navy in the world.
So
not the most powerful. Yeah.
So in terms of ships, China is the biggest navy now.
Yeah.
But in terms of quality, USA is
Of
still
course,
very,
in terms of naval power, I'm sure they have some catching up to do with Navy, but the US Navy. But that's interesting that even in terms of ships, they've caught up with US Navy. I mean, as a like you, as a public policy enthusiast, and particularly one who's interested in wars and defense, it blows my mind that the Americans will allow that to happen. I don't know what's going on. Okay, because all said and done, the American defense budget, you sum up the next 17 countries put together and add their defense budgets, possibly comes close to the American defense budget, and the American defense budget might still beat that. So I'm surprised that the Chinese have gotten so close to the US in terms of something so strategic as this, and the Americans haven't responded yet by building, I don't know, 100 ships more. Maybe it surprises me. Anyway, yeah. So was it who got the points on this one? Light bulbs. So this is a direct question for Team Satya Satta. Next one. Yeah, I think I'm going to say it. I love this question, so I'm looking for an exact answer on this one. Okay, so connect the 3 rulers, identify them for me, and give me an exact connection. I'll give you a little bit of time. I hope there's no doubt from the images that these are 3 kings. Okay, so yeah, who are they and what exactly is the specific connect? All right, so this is a direct for Satya Satta. I see Team Light Bulbs very happy and hoping that it was their direct, but no, you're last in queue now, all the way around. We'll do an entire cycle before coming back to you. Satya Satta, need an answer from your team, guys.
So one of them is Nizam of Hyderabad.
Hold on, wait. I'm not revealing whether it is. If you have one of them and you're letting fly, just decide whether you want to help other teams get the 10 points. Does that advice sit well with you guys? Yeah, go for it. Yeah,
we are
you're
looking
going for
for
it nevertheless. Yeah, tell me.
We are looking for partial points.
You're looking for partial points. Go for it. Give your answer.
So Satya Satta.
Team Satya Satta. Go for it.
So they are the recipients of Order of Merit, something. They are all wearing, say, those merit stars.
They are wearing a particular. Okay. Yeah. Good catch.
Order of stars. They all
catch. Good catch. Well worked out. But I will pass it for a better answer. Yeah. Supersonic tortoises.
Sir, so after the independence, Kashmir, it is the Nizam of Kashmir. Sorry, Nizam of Hyderabad,
Raja Hari Singh and the Junagadh, I mean, they were not willing to be a part of, after the post-independence, the reunion of India thing, right?
That is the exact answer I was looking for. That is a total crack. Supersonic Tortoises opening your score in style, guys. And getting my favorite question. So I'll give you 5 points extra for that. Okay, so 15 points to Team Supersonic Tortoises. Must always help the tortoises when they get off to a start, and then maybe they'll pick up pace. So total crack. This is Mir Usman Ali Khan, the Nizam of Hyderabad, and then Rasul Khanji, Muhammad Rasul Khanji, the Nawab of Junagadh, and Raja Hari Singh, the Maharaja of Kashmir, not Hyderabad there, my bad. And of course, these are the three principalities or the three major princely states who had the option of going independent, and they all chose to remain independent. And of course, history had other ideas, and eventually the man here on the screen ensured that they were all politically integrated into India. Each one has its own different story. Junagadh, a different story, then Hyderabad, a different story, then Kashmir. But that was exactly what I was looking for, and that's a total crack. So great figuring out. Good job, guys. And I think 5 points added to your kitty from the Quizmaster's side. So direct question for Team 0 of 6 again.
Sir,
yes,
just
ma'am.
a second.
Tell me.
So 3 of these rulers were also given the honor of knighthood, and I think that's what Satya Pe Satta brought up.
Yeah, we'll give them 5 points too. I think that I actually meant to give them that. You're right. That is a well figured out trivia. My bad. I think you guys deserve another 5 points for catching that. That is a commonality. They are connected. They do have the. I mean, I'd be surprised if they don't have more. I think they were all. Not all. I think Hyderabad was a 21 gun salute one. All of them were at least 13 gun salute princely states, and there are other commonalities. Obviously, because they were part of the the British Raj in that sense. But the medal on their chest, that's common. Yeah, well figured out. So I'll give you 5 points for that, Satya Pe Satta. Okay. Okay. So next question is a direct for Team 0 of 6. So covertly financed and directed by the US government, this operation took place at the height of the Cold War. It was a massive failure. It led to significant shift in international relations, brought Cuba and Soviet Union close to each other, totally made a rift between Cuba and United States, who were, they were never the best of friends, but things weren't that bad until this happened. And then it just totally, went in the reverse direction, took a 180 in that sense. So yeah, big foreign policy failure, and set the stage for the very, the very epochal Cuban Missile Crisis that happened in 1962. Simple question. What are we talking about here? Direct question for 0 on 6.
It's the Cuban Missile Crisis?
No. That is what happened as a result of this. I'll come back. Okay, I'm going to pass you. I already have an answer from 0 on 6. I'm moving it to Quizobots.
Sir, is this regarding invasion of Bay of Pigs?
Bay of Pigs invasion is actually what I was looking for. This is the Bay of Pigs invasion that happened 61, maybe 62. I'm not sure exact timelines, but this is before the Cuban Missile Crisis. The Americans sent a covert.
Castro.
Sorry?
US tried to overthrow Castro.
Yeah, not only that, they sent a covert army to assassinate Castro, and also in some ways capture some of the things and kind of set up a quasi-American pro-government in Cuba. That failed miserably, and then of course, then Castro had immediate talks with Soviet Union, and then they set up missiles in and around Cuba. That was again became a major diplomatic standoff between the Americans and the Soviet Unions. Possibly the tensest moment of the Cold War happened next year during the Cuban Missile Crisis as a result. So yeah, good crack, Team Quizobots. 10 points to you. And the next question goes to Kautilya Spaltan. Very, very simple question. No mess, no fuss, nothing fancy. What is happening in this image? If all teams are okay, I'll give a clue. If any team objects or have a good idea what this is, raise your hands now. Otherwise, I'll give a clue. The clue will not be it'll be a lateral kind of a clue. I won't directly reveal anything. But if someone is damn sure they have the answer already, I'll pause it. But this is a direct to Kautilya's Spaltan. Kautilya, you guys want another clue?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Great. Not much of a clue. It's just a lateral thing reminding you that we are talking public policy, and there is something with relation to policy happening here as we speak on this image. Yeah, not much of a clue, I'm sure. Want a more of a clue?
I want to answer.
I want to answer. Okay, awesome. Yeah, go for it.
It was that day in which the traffic in Sweden switched from driving on the left-hand side to the right-hand side.
That is an absolute crack. This is day H, or known as Dagen H. This is 3rd September 67. This is the day that Sweden moved from traffic on the left-hand side to traffic on the right. In India, where are we? On the left side or right hand? Anyone?
Left.
We are on the left. We are on the left-hand side of the road, and therefore right-hand drive versus left-hand traffic. And this is, yeah, back one slide, Ujjwala. This on 3rd September, when this was done, there was immense amounts of confusion. People didn't know which side of the road to travel on, and I think by about noon that day, I mean, there was total traffic chaos everywhere in Sweden, especially in the major cities. And Stockholm, this is an image from Stockholm where that policy is. So that's a crack. This is 10 points to Team Kautilya. Kautilya's Spaltan. And next question. This is to light bulbs. So 1400 years ago, the Tang dynasty was the first to use fiat currency. They were also the first to experience this phenomenon. Australia, Germany, and Poland also experienced this after World War. Name this phenomenon. I'm looking for a very specific term. Okay, I'm looking for a very specific term. And if no one objects, I can add some clues. Is everyone okay with me adding a little bit more clue to this? Team Quizobots nodding their heads, but yeah, Kaushik, you don't want any more clues? You want or don't want? No clues. Okay, fine. Yeah, Team Light Bulbs.
So paper currency?
Paper currency, good answer, but not what I'm looking for. Not what I'm looking for. I'll pass you to Team Satte Pe Satta. Yes, Aloy. Wait, I've got two people going for it. Decide. Whatever I hear first is what I will take. Wasim, or is it Aloy?
Hyperinflation.
Hyperinflation. Aloy, what's your answer?
I would say it's depression.
You would say it's depression. Boy, is Satte Pe Satta going to be glad that Wasim went first. Okay, so 10 points to Team Satte Pe Satta. It is hyperinflation. That's the specific term I was looking for. If you guys were all okay, I would have told you that in recent history, and this would have been probably a giveaway, Venezuela and Zimbabwe have been through these phenomena, and then it would have been fairly easy game. But yeah. Wasim, good job. And Aloy, on the right track, but yeah, this was the exact answer. So hyperinflation it is, 10 points to Satte Pe Satta. I think we're in the zone for the last few questions. Last 5, last 6. What question are we at, Ujjwala? Next question. This is a direct for supersonic tortoises.
Next question is 18, I think.
Last 3 questions, folks. Okay, 30 points. Wait. Can we have the scores again? Kirtana, can you just give us a sense of what the exact score is right now?
Yes, sir. Supersonic tortoises at 15. Satte Pe
Okay.
Satta at 35. Light bulbs at 35.
Okay.
Kautilya Spaltan at 40.
Okay.
Quizobots in the lead with 50. And
Okay.
0 out of 6, 20.
Okay, awesome. So between Quizobots, who are leading the team at this stage with 50 points, round of applause for them, guys. Well done. And Supersonic Tortoise who've opened their account and in the last place currently at 15. I think, podium finish is up for grabs for anyone. So it's still 3 questions out. Okay. So yeah, the way you guys are going, I don't have any doubts that there'll be 30 more points grabbed up by all of you. Yeah, let's go for it. This is a direct question for supersonic, I think. Tortoises?
Yes.
Right. Direct for you. Question 18 coming up on the screen. Here you go. So this is a quote by a very famous journalist of the time. You could call him I don't know whether he would be the Pranoy Roy or the Ravish Kumar or the Arnab Goswami of his time. I do not know what your flavor of preference is, but definitely one of the most influential. He was a freedom fighter and but also a Hindi journalist. This is of course Rambriksha Beni Puri, whose quote is, "From the time I became aware, I've witnessed numerous movements. However, I can assert that no other movement upturned the foundations of Indian society to the extent that Dash did. From the most humble huts to the high places, from villages to cities, everywhere there was a ferment, a loud echo. Due to an unfortunate incident that occurred on 4th February, this movement was withdrawn." You have the funda. I am looking for both the name of the incident that stopped it and the movement that was stopped.
Yes,
Both
sir.
will get you 10 points. No part points for this. So if you're not sure of both, yeah.
So it is the non-cooperation movement, and the incident due to which it was stopped is Chauri Chaura.
Okay, that is exactly what I was looking for. Yeah, that's well figured out. Supersonic tortoises, 10 points to you, and you better hope that the other ones come around to you. You're in the fray. Okay, so 10 points to supersonic tortoises. 0 of 6. This is your direct question coming up. The second last question of the day. Yeah, this woman was the world's first female prime minister. She also served as PM under her daughter's presidential rule in one of her terms. Identify. I repeat, woman was the world's first female prime minister, also served as the PM under her daughter's presidential rule in one of her terms. Identify. If everyone's okay, I can share. Yeah.
It's Shrimao Bankarnik.
Come again?
Shrimao Bandarnik.
Sirimavo Bandaranaike. I will take that. That is indeed the correct answer, guys. You guys know your stuff. Okay, that's all I can say. Sirimavo Bandaranaike is the right answer. Chandrika Kumaratunge. Chandrika Bandaranaike. Later, I don't know, after marriage maybe, but was president in her 3rd terms, and of course, possibly the subcontinent, at least the 4 I don't know about Nepal possibly not yet, but definitely Pakistan, India, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka have all had women prime ministers, and Sirimao and Bandaranaike definitely the first to get there. So 10 points to team 0 of 6, and again in shooting sight of the leaders. Last question goes to Quizobots, who are the current leaders. So if you get this, then it kind of clinches the deal. Here we go. Yeah, this is the closer. So slightly more complicated question. I will only give 10 points if you get everything. Okay. Identify A, B, C, D. And the question is, how are the 4 gentlemen related to each other? Okay. So the question to team Quizobots, a philosopher who was poisoned. If you get parts and all, hold on until you can figure out the entire puzzle. Okay. My recommendation. A philosopher who was poisoned because he was accused of corrupting the youth. A mathematician widely considered one of the founders of Western political philosophy. A philosopher and polymath considered the father of the scientific method, not scientific math, scientific method. Okay. Amongst many other titles that we. A military commander who created one of the largest empires in history. Yeah, that's A, B, C, D. And how are these 4 famous gentlemen related to each other? That's the last question of the quiz. And this is direct for Quizobots. So yeah, can we have the answer?
All are from Greek.
All are from Greece. Therefore, so I mean, I'm not confirming yes or no, but is that your answer?
Think so. Just give me a second, sir. We are discussing with the group.
I'll give you a few seconds. And
first one is Socrates.
Okay. So this is all. I'm not confirming anything, but it could be helpful to other teams. Yeah. Listen carefully to what Kaushik is saying. Yeah. Socrates. Then B.
Socrates, Plato, Archimedes, Alexander.
Okay. And the connection? I'll move.
Greece.
I'll move.
Greek. All are from Greek.
Okay. Not what I was looking for. I'll move it. Team Kautilya's Spaltan. Firstly, I don't have a right answer. I'm not confirming that anything they said is of interest. So I'll leave it to you. Kautilya's Spaltan. Yeah.
So the answer is
he may be very close or he may be very far. Yeah. Go for it. Man.
Socrates teacher to Plato, Plato teacher to Aristotle, and he was the teacher to Alexander. And these people were sentenced to death.
No.
Actually, Socrates. I'm with in the same team. Socrates was poisoned, and yes, Western political philosophy is the father of Western political philosophy is also Socrates. And
no. I'll take the first answer. Hold on. Okay, my answer was perfectly right until it went in on a sudden tangent where everyone was killed for poisoned and things like that. No, not so. But hold on. I'm going to give 10 points to Kautilya's Spaltan. Quizabot, not Greece. That's not the connection I was looking for. And also not Archimedes. Archimedes is incorrectly identified. Mayank has it. A is Socrates, a philosopher who was poisoned because he was corrupting the youth of Athens. Greece is the correct answer, Quizabot, but not what I was looking for. B, mathematician widely considered the founder of Western political philosophy is Plato. C, the father of scientific method is Aristotle. D, military commander created one of the largest empires is Alexander the Great. And the specific connection I was looking for, Ujjwala, if you can give the reveal slide, is this is the teacher of, Socrates taught Plato, Plato taught Aristotle, Aristotle taught Alexander. And it may interest you to know that the astronomical method that was in vogue and the most common astronomical theory of the stars and the way the things were arranged in the sky that we had until Copernicus and Galileo and gang came and changed that in the Renaissance was known as the Ptolemaic system, okay, or Ptolemy, okay, who is actually a student of Alexander. And the library in Alexandria, which got destroyed, which is considered one of the fount of books and all, is built by Ptolemy as a tribute to his teacher Alexander the Great. So this is a series that's a very important trivia, and I thought a good question to end on, because we have our own story here where Chanakya or Kautilya was a teacher who kind of never became very serious, was even threatened with death, but then his student became one of the biggest conquerors in the Indian continent. Okay, you have anyone knows who we are talking about? Chandragupta Maurya and the Maurya Empire that came up within a couple of generations of. And the same story here, Socrates was actually kind of like troublemaker in Athens, was condemned to drink a cup of hemlock, and he was okay with it. But his student Plato and his student Aristotle, and then just 2 generations of students away, the largest political power in Greece is actually Alexander the Great. So that's the power of mentorship, teaching, call it what you will. And you guys are all here to be future Chanakyas. So on that note, I think 10 points to Kautilya's Spaltan. And I think we'll just let the scorers do their job. Okay, just give me 1 second, guys.
Sir, but we gave the answer of Socrates first, so we should also get some point. Like, quiz
So we
over.
brought out the Greek connection that all of them are Greek and connected. We said
Yeah, I
this
know.
first.
This is where we get into very interesting territory. Okay, but I'll be very honest with you. You guys are all serious quizzers. That's my submission to you. Okay, I mean, I think let me do the sum check at my end. 70, 110,
some sort of
180 plus 25, 205. Yeah, you guys have cracked every question I gave out of shape. So I think you know, it's only fair that I go a bit slightly tougher on my scoring than in the past. I'll stick to my guns on this one, and I think I warned before this question started that part points won't get you. So I think it's fair. I think Kautilya gets the 10 points on this one, and then we'll let the scorers do their magic. But firstly, I hope you guys had a good time. Take a few minutes to interact with all of you. We didn't get the chance. Ujjwala, can you just unmute everyone? Let's just hear a few of them.
Also, could you stop the screen share for a while?
Right. I hope you guys had fun. Wasn't meant to be a very serious quiz. Just hoping to, you know, get you guys not to sleep in the afternoon. Hopefully, I don't know what the game was, but also to get to know each other. I mean, I had some enthusiastic response. The teams were formed. The names were funny. Some thought going into it. And yeah, there was some great energy and a lot of cracking. I think every question was cracked out of shape. So I'm a little, I think, little bit happy that, I mean, I think, you know, as a quizmaster, it's a joy when no team gets the answer, you know, and then you reveal. But it's also the worst kind of quiz you can do is one where nobody gets anything. So I as a quizmaster, I tend to be happier when every question is cracked, because it means that at least, you know, it's not in an arcane zone of our own. And definitely, I enjoyed delivering this to you, and I hope you guys had fun. So let me hear from a few of the teams. There's some complicated scoring happening. I've been pinged that there's something brewing. We have time though, so there's a tie, in fact. Yeah, so scores please, Ujjwala.
So we have the tie is between Kautilya Pantan and Quizobots with 50 points. And then next we have Satyape Satta and Light Bulbs at 35 points.
Awesome.
And then 0/6 at 30 points and Supersonic at 25 points.
All right, so nothing really in it across the 6 teams, to be very honest. And we have a tie for the first and second place at this stage. You can leave it at that. But Ujjwala, if you just, do we have a few tiebreakers?
We'll have some tiebreakers.
Do you guys want to break the tie, or do you want to share medals as is the vogue now in the Olympics? I see a very competitive quiz about Shankar going, no.
Tiebreaker. We need a
tiebreaker is needed at this stage. No such thing as participation is more important than winning in the case of Quizobots. They're here to win it. Okay, fine. We'll have the tiebreakers. We have a few questions on reserve. Shall we? Yeah, but first let's hear from you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. I mean, I know that I'm very happy with how the quiz went, but let me just hear from each of the teams a little bit. Some of you who've been silent, love to hear from you.
So we played with absolute integrity. No Googling.
Good. I don't know if that's a taunt or an honest admission and summary of how things went today evening. But if you guys were evil, then
it's just a comment.
Yeah, we'll leave it at that, Priyam. I don't know what to say, except I hope that it was an honest statement from your side and capturing things as is. But that's okay. I think that's par for the course. A little bit of evilness. You know, we're hamstrung by the way the formats work and Zoom and things like that. Can't do anything. Hope you guys had fun. Let's just do the quick tiebreakers.
How many questions shall we have for the tiebreakers?
I'm going to go 4. Okay, neither too many nor too little. 4, and then we stop if we have time. So let's just go back to the presentation. We'll quickly go with 4. Last question was got by Kautilya Spalton. Okay, so we'll reverse directions again and go to Quizobots this time around. And 4 questions up for grabs. So actually everyone now, suddenly those competitive guys who are hoping for it, you miss a slip and the other teams get 2, 3, and then suddenly Quizobots hoping to seal the win here. You are now ending up on second and third. Everything is up for it. This is not just a tiebreaker between you. This is something which will hopefully break the tie across teams. Okay. So, okay, let's go for it. This is a direct question to Team Quizobots. And this is going to be quick, guys. I won't give too much time. Question is up. I'll read it. I'll expect an answer quickly. And the first answer I move. So this film, main actor plays a fictional illegal arms dealer inspired by several real life stories, officially endorsed by the human rights group Amnesty International. Main actor from this also donated $2 million to Amnesty to use and rehabilitation shelters and use it for various purposes that they do across. Identify this film or this actor. Quick, Quizobots. I need an answer in the next few seconds. Yeah, Quizobots. Answer or I pass.
Leonardo DiCaprio.
And the movie quickly.
Just give me 1 second, sir.
I'll pass you. Okay, I got your answer. I'll pass you. Team 0 on 6. Quick, your answer.
Lord of War.
Lord of War is the correct film. And the actor?
Nicolas Cage.
Is right. 10 points to 0 on 6. Okay. This one is a direct to, next question for Supersonic Tortoises. Very simple one. These series of events started with the collapse of the baht in Thailand, spread across Southeast Asia, saw currencies and devalued stock prices, rise in private debt. The IMF had to step in. A $40 billion fund was made to stabilize currencies of Indonesia and 2 other countries. What is this incident known as? Supersonic Tortoises. I need a quick answer from you now. Supersonic Tortoises.
Yes, sir.
Quick, I need an answer.
Asian crisis.
Asian crisis. I'll move it to Satya Pe Satta.
Asian financial crisis 1997.
Is the answer I was looking for. 10 points to Satya Pe Satta. Okay, next question is a direct to light bulbs. Yeah, this operation was a covert and still unacknowledged campaign of sabotage directed at Iranian nuclear facilities by the US and most likely Israel. Okay, as reported, one of the first known uses of offensive weapons of this type. The American establishment believed that the strategy was the only way to prevent an Israeli conventional strike on Iranian nuclear facilities. And the attack was actually carried out in the middle of summer 2010. Very topical. What's the operation called? What are the attack we are talking about? Yeah, if you're in the general zone, you'll get it. Name of the operation. What are we talking about? What happened? Yeah, this is for Team Light Bulbs. I need an answer now. Yeah, Team Light Bulbs.
Eagle.
Yeah, Soumya. Operation Eagle. Good try, but not what I'm looking for. I'll pass it to Kautilya Spalton.
The answer is Operation Olympics. It happens with the Stuxnet virus that was passed.
That is an absolute crack, guys. That is an absolute crack. This is the Operation Olympic Games. This is the first type of cyber offensive thing where the Stuxnet virus was introduced into the Iranian nuclear centrifuge facilities.
So, but so this Stuxnet attack took place in 2012, I guess.
2012? No, 2010. That's the timeline I have. Check it out.
Sir, I guess 2012.
That's why I said. Check it out. 2011 is when it was already being reported. See, you will. Yes. So just to tell you, you won't get an exact timeline because no one acknowledges this. Nor Iran is going to say exactly on so and so date and time something happened. But it is widely established that this happened in summer of 2010. That's why I don't have an exact date on this. But 2011 is when it was, reported by Vanity Fair and several other major news outlets. And yeah, that's the timeline. So it definitely happened before 2011. Okay. And yeah, mostly it happened in summer of 2010. So 10 points to whom? Who got the points on this one?
Kautilya Spalton.
Kautilya Spalton. Okay, last cue. And again, a direct to Quizobots. Yeah, again, Olympics related. There is a growing call again, for Western nations to boycott next year's Beijing Winter Olympics over the human rights abuses happening in Xinjiang, right? And with the way that Chinese are treating the Uyghur Muslims and things like that. So this is a growing concern, and there's a call for a boycott. So far, which country's leader is the only Western leader to have accepted Xi Jinping's invitation to attend? I need an answer immediately from Quizobots.
Kaushik, I have the answer. WhatsApp.
Okay. Yeah, go for it. Yeah, Pritish.
You can just say the answer.
Okay, Greece, Kyriakos.
Greece and Kyriakos, I think Mitsotakis. Yeah, let's have the reveal slide. Mitsotakis. Yeah, Kyriakos Mitsotakis is the right answer on this one. Okay. Scorers, Ujjwala, do we have, is our tie broken? What's happening? Kirtana.
It's a tie.
Still a tie. What are the scores, Kirtana?
Sir, we have Kautilya Spaltan and Quizobots at 60 and 60. It's a tie again.
Oh my gosh. And what are the other scores? Let's have scores for everyone quickly.
Yes, sir. And then we have 0 out of 6 at 40 points.
Awesome.
And then we have Satyape Satta at 45 points.
Okay.
And we have Light Bulbs at 35 and Supersonic Tortoises at 25.
Okay, fine. So this then we'll have one runoff between Kautilya Spaltan and Quizobots. Okay. This one is up for grabs. Okay, on the buzzer. Very simple. I'll put up the question. I'll expect the team to raise hands. Okay, just simply raise hands. You raise hands, I come to you. You give me the right answer, you win the quiz. You give me the wrong answer, the other team wins the quiz. Okay, this is a sudden death kind of tiebreaker. Yeah, Ujjwala, I think we put up one. This is only for Quizobots and Kautilya Spaltan. Fine, guys. I'm looking at, wait, before you go to the question. Ujjwala, Kirtana, scorers, just have the participants list up with you guys. I want you to spot who's putting up their hands first. Yeah. You guys have an eye on that? Ujjwala?
Yes, sir, we'll do that.
So Ujjwala, you don't do that. You give me question, which is the final tiebreaker. All right. Here's the last question of the day. Yeah, read it. Don't raise to rush your hands. Okay, already Kautilya says. Okay, I need a quick answer. Wait. So first Kautilya. Am I right? Did I get that right? Kautilya went first. Okay, Kautilya, give me your answer.
Good Governance Day.
Excellent. Quizobots, give me your answer. Quizobots, what's your answer?
Atal Bihari Vajpayee Good Governance Day.
Excellent. You're lucky you guys went second because Good Governance Day is not the answer we are looking for on this one, Kautilya. A slight googly on this question. Okay. So this is Atal Bihari Vajpayee and Good Governance Day. But the question is, what else is celebrated on this day? Any answers to that one?
I know.
Yes, Quizobots. Yes, Raisa, go for it.
Is it Christmas?
It is Christmas and Quizobots wins because Kautilya gave the wrong answer. So Kautilya Spaltan. Anyway, the tie was broken at that stage, and Quizobots finally, I think you would have loved the competitive end to this one. I had a great time. So this was fun. Ujjwala, if you can just, show me one slide. I want to acknowledge for sure Team GQC and all the people who helped me with this. Ujjwala, Srilekha, Sri Prasad, Vivek, Kirtana, Soumya, Shriman, and Shivasai, all of them, we had several meetings to ensure that we had a good spread of questions across Indian policy, blah, 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 a lot of different areas. Try to keep it interesting. In the initial meetings, the idea was let's not go too archaic and have it too tough. Towards the end, we said try to keep the framing so that it's not too easy. I think our most recent meetings were how do we ensure that it is impossible for all of you to be evil on this one. That is very difficult in today's world, but we had a great time bringing it to you, and it was lovely to see that you guys are, totally on top of public policy. So some champions of public policy coming in to become masters of public policy and beyond. So from my side, wishing you all a great 2 years ahead here at Geetham and at the Kautilya School of Public Policy.